The UFC has long been measured by the success of its pay-per-view events, where big stars and big fights drive big numbers. But what if there was a different way to experience the UFC? A way that's more affordable, accessible, and could bring the action to more fans across the country, across the whole world. Could UFC Fight Nights be the key to unlocking a whole new experience for fans and local communities? Take UFC Iowa, UFC 315. If you want to attend a major pay-per-view event like UFC 315, you're looking at around $652 for a decent seat, probably around here. Now, compare that to UFC Iowa, a fight night, where a similar seat in Section 105 costs just $242. That's a significant difference. And it's not just about the ticket price. It's about who can actually afford to be there. For many fans, the high cost of attending a UFC pay-per-view event makes it out of reach. But UFC Fight Nights, they're far more affordable and offer a chance for fans who might otherwise miss out to experience the live event. It's a way for the UFC to break down the financial barrier and bring more people into the fold, no matter their budget. And here's the interesting part. Think about how Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus used to travel from town to town. It wasn't just about the spectacle. It was about what it brought to the city. Businesses, restaurants, and shops all saw a boost from the circus's presence. It was a traveling show that impacted everyone in the community. Another great example, the Negro Leagues. Now, for context, the Negro Leagues were baseball leagues formed by African-American players during a time when Major League Baseball was segregated. These leagues not only provided African-Americans with a platform to showcase their talent, but it also became a symbol of resistance against racial injustice. As these teams barnstormed across the country, they brought more than just baseball. They brought much-needed economic activity to African-American communities. Restaurants, local vendors, and boarding houses, places where African-American travelers were often forced to stay due to segregation, saw a real benefit from these events. The Negro Leagues didn't just give people a game to watch, they provided an economic uplift to communities that were often left out of the mainstream opportunities. Just like those barnstorming teams, UFC Fight Nights serve as a traveling spectacle that revitalizes the local economy. But more than that, they build a larger appetite for UFC-related events in the future. When cities see the benefits of hosting a fight night, they'll want more. And that creates a true partnership between the UFC and the municipality. It's not about the event at hand. It's about setting the stage for more long-term collaboration, more events, and building a lasting relationship that benefits everyone. To take it from my recent trip to Kansas City for UFC Kansas City, it wasn't just about the fights. We took in a Royals game, devoured some delicious barbecue from Jack Stack Barbecue, visited the plaza, and explored the Negro League Baseball Museum, and even experienced Kansas City's Prohibition-era history with a distillery tour and tasting at Tom's Town Distillery. These experiences were a big part of what made the event special. The whole weekend was special. And this is something that the UFC could lean into, highlighting the unique culture of each city they visit. While the UFC's current focus on Apex events is cost-effective, it misses out on the cultural and economic benefits that traveling shows bring to communities. By investing more in fight nights and hosting them in different cities, the UFC can create lasting experiences that benefit fans, businesses, and the local culture in ways that extend beyond just the fight itself. UFC Fight Nights have the potential to be more than just smaller events. They could become a vital part of the UFC's future. These events not only drive local economies, but they also provide an affordable experience for fans, strengthening the UFC's connection to both the cities they visit and the fans who are eager to experience the action live. Now imagine the UFC offers more than just a ticket to the fight. With On Location, which is a part of the UFC family, there's an opportunity to create truly exclusive, one-of-a-kind experiences that go beyond the arena. Picture this, A fan traveling to Kansas City for UFC Fight Night, having the chance to tour the Negro League Baseball Museum with fighters like Kai Barajo or Khalil Roundtree Jr., immersing themselves in the city's culture while interacting with the fighters in a personal setting. Or think about the UFC having a UFC Kentucky event around the time that they have the Kentucky Derby, or UFC Indianapolis around the time they have Indy 500. The list goes on. This isn't about just attending a fight. It's about offering a chance to connect with fighters on a deeper level, experience local history, and truly immerse themselves in the city. On Location could offer these packages, providing a unique experience that ties UFC Fight Nights to the culture and vibrancy of each city they visit. At the end of the day, UFC Fight Nights offer a fresh opportunity for both the UFC and the fans. They're affordable, culturally enriching, and have the power to ignite long-term growth. If the UFC embraces this approach, Fight Nights could become a central part of the UFC experience. The best part, it's an experience that's accessible to everyone. Thanks for watching. But question, do you think the UFC Fight Nights could be the UFC experience? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you agree with what you heard, or hell, if you didn't agree with what you heard, make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more content. Until next time.